matrix number 1. Since there are only 3 unknown variables, this problem can be solved using only 3 equations. Pick the first 3 equations to solve the problem and copy the coefficients to the matrix with the following format. A sub I1 multiplied to pi 1 plus A sub I2 multiplied to pi 2 plus A sub I3 multiplied to pi 3 is equals to A sub I4. So A stands here for coefficients. Yes, good day everyone. So welcome to our next topic regarding the Markov theory, Gauss-Jordan method. So actually this is the second model under our topic Markov theory. We are done with the first one, that is the equilibrium conditions model. So for this presentation, we will going to talk all about the Gauss-Jordan method. Now, what is this Gauss-Jordan method? The Gauss-Jordan method solves for the equilibrium condition using the identity matrix. Ibig sabihin pala, no, ang Gauss-Jordan, equilibrium condition din yung hinahanap niya. Ano yung shares or probability of the market share ng ating mga states no, after ilang months or after ilang years in the long run? That is the equilibrium condition, di ba? Sabi natin with our model number 1 before, using the equilibrium conditions model. Ayun din yung goal ng Gauss-Jordan. It just so happened that the solution po ng Gauss-Jordan is using the identity matrix. So, I hope you still remember the identity matrix topic under your advanced mathematics subjects. So, when we say identity matrix, before ko ipakita yung ating problem, no? When we say identity matrix, just a short recap, that is a square matrix, meaning it can be 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, or 5 by 5, as long as the width and the length is of equal sizes. Therefore, it will be a square matrix. And the identity matrix is that square matrix that having a ones, no, having ones on the main diagonal and zeros everywhere else. That is the identity matrix. And an example for that is what we are seeing now sa ating PowerPoint presentation. Ito po, this is a 3 by 3 matrix. So as you can see, we have here 1, 1, 1 on our main diagonal and the rest is 0. So that is the identity matrix. Our goal here is on our data to become an identity matrix. Dapat maging ganito ang itsura niya sa dulo para mahanap natin ang equilibrium conditions na state. Okay, so for our example, still this is all about the globe, but this is the second part of that problem. So we have here Gina, the marketing director of Globe Telecom, and she finds the earlier model, which is the equilibrium conditions model, very tedious. Kasi actually napakatagal naman talaga, no? Napakatagal niyang gawin, manually speaking, napakadaming iterations niya. Ulit-ulit siyang ginagawa hanggang makita natin kung ano na ba yung mga state probabilities na kung saan nauulit na yung ating mga values, no? Ayun yung ginagawa natin before sa equilibrium conditions model. Very tedious siya. Nakita ni Gina yon, and now she wants to know Globe's future market share compared to its competitors in the mobile phone industry using the Gauss-Jordan method. Same pa rin yung goal niya, mahanap yung state probabilities in the long run, no? At of course, steady state level using Gauss-Jordan naman ngayon, using the identity matrix. Now, the figures are summarized in the table on the next slide. The question is, what is the Globe's market share in the long run? So, same pa rin po tayo ng goal. Iba lang yung method natin. Iba yung way of solving the problem. So, ayun yung case natin for this one. Next, we have this table of our raw data. So, the clients, we have total of 500 clients for the Globe, Smart 300, and for the Sun 200, and all of that for the month of January. Total of 1,000 clients. So dito sinasabi natin, 'di ba, kung babalikan ninyo ang ating introduction with Markov analysis, with Markov theory, sabi natin doon, this is a chain. No, palipat-lipat yung mga clients, same with, pero hindi sila madadagdagan, hindi rin mababawasan. Same with our states or same with our company, the phone companies which are Globe, Smart, and Sun. No, hanggang sa dulo, na hanggang makita natin yung level na mag-steady na yung mga probabilities natin, silang tatlo pa rin. Hindi madagdagan, hindi mababawasan. So, for the next month, the forecast is they will be having a 300 clients na mag-retain kay Globe. So, Globe to Globe is 300. Globe to Smart will be 150. Yung malilipat yung 150 from Globe to Smart na clients, and Globe to Sun, 50 ang malilipat sa kanila. For the Smart, there will be Smart to Globe, no, 30 na clients ang lilipat galing kay Smart papunta sa Globe for the next month, and 200 ang ma-retain Smart to Smart. Smart to Sun will be 70. So, for the Sun, 20 clients pupunta kay Globe for the next month. For the Smart, 60, and for the Sun, ma-retain 120. So, total of 240 for Sun next month, 410 for Smart next month, 350 clients for Globe next month, total of 1,000. Kumbaga, nagpapalipat-lipat lang ang ating mga clients dito. So, what we need to do first is almost the same, hindi siya almost, no? Totally the same talaga po sa ating model number 1, which is the equilibrium conditions model. Bakit? Dahil ang next natin gagawin is to set up the matrix of transition. As you can see, no, hindi ko na nga binura yung writings ko dito dahil ayan po ang ating solution for this second model, which is the Gauss-Jordan. No, so first is to compute the market share of each company. So Globe over total, Smart over total, Sun over total number of clients. And these are the market share, 0.5, 0.3, and 0.2. Ito po yung nakikita nyo sa taas. No, ito. So, ayan yung computed na yan. And next is, of course, the computation for the transition matrix of each company. So, ito, same na computations tayo before. Clients from Globe to Globe, all over Globe clients yan, tatlong yan. Clients from Globe to Smart and Globe to Sun. So, 0.6, 0.3, and 0.1. Nasaan siya sa table? Ito po. Ayan. Oh, okay. So, dito naman, clients from Smart to Globe, clients from Smart to Smart, clients from Smart to Sun, all over Smart clients po yan. And that will be 0.1, 0.67, and 0.23. Nasaan yan? Ito po. Okay, second to the last na row. Okay, so for the last E, sub 3, 1, 3, 2, and 3, 3. By the way, itong 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, these are just labels. No, may mga labels naman tayo dito. Ayan, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, pag sinabing 2, 3, 2, tapos 3. So, ito yung cell na yun. Something like that. So, we have here 0.1, 0.3, and 0.6. Nasaan po yun? Ito yung last na row natin. Parehong-pareho sa ating model number 1. Now, we have now the matrix of transition. Then, after this matrix of transition, ang next na gagawin naman natin is, of course, dito na magsisimula yung magkaiba na part nila. No? Dahil, i-solve na natin ang ating identity matrix. By the way, no, before having that identity matrix, we have here the visualization. Pareho pa rin po, no? Ganito ang itsura if we will going to visualize the matrix of transition na meron tayo. This is just the same with before. So, set up the variables of the equilibrium conditions. So, for the variables ng ating equilibrium conditions, dahil nga ang goal natin is to find the equilibrium 1, for the market share of Globe in the long run, that will be represented by pi sa buwan. No? Pi sub 2 naman, market share of Smart, since Smart ang ating second state or second entity. For the third one, that will be for Sun. Okay, so pi 1, let's write here, pi 1, pi 2, and pi 3. Okay, now, as you can see, ito po nilagay ko na, no, this is the transition matrix na mga values natin. And ito, nilagay lang muna natin yung pi or the equilibrium. Sabi nga natin before, the pi is the state probability. No, hindi siya yung pi with circle na 3.14, 15.92654, etc. etc. na value. No, this is just a representation of the probability. And sabi natin before, ang idea with this tableau, kapag tinotal natin yan, dapat this is 1 or 100%. Okay? So, next thing na dapat natin gawin ngayon is, of course, to set up the linear equations. So, linear equation, ano po ito? we have 4 equations na mabubuo. Actually, ito, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, and equation 4. Ano po yan? With linear equation number 1, summation of pi sub j, what is j? That is the phone company. Meaning to say, i-add po natin itong tatlo, pi sub 1, pi sub 2, and pi sub 3. Sabi niya dito, it must be equals to 1. Therefore, that is the linear equation. If we will going to convert that into linear format, that will be pi sub 1, yung nabanggit ko, no? Pi sub 2 plus pi sub 3 equals 1. So, this is the linear format. For our second equation, linear equation is sum product of pi sub j and pi sub i1. Nasaan po yun? Pi sub j, for example, ito. Tapos pi sub i1. We have here I, which is yung from natin. So, I and 1. Ito. No? 0.6. I-add daw po natin yan. Kukunin natin yung sum product nila and that will be equals to pi 1. So, we have 0.6, no, 0.6, and pi 1. So, lagay natin dito, 0.6, pi 1, plus, ano yung next na kukuha natin yung product? Pi sub j, diba? Sabi dito, pi sub j and p sub i 1. So, nasaan po yun? So, pi sub j. Actually, binaligtad ko pagdating dito. Okay lang naman yun. This is just a product man. So, p sub i1. Ito na tayo. Second pi na tayo. P sub i1. Ito po. No? 0.1 and pi 2. So, we have 0.1 and pi 2 plus, balik ulit tayo dito, 0.1 times pi 3. Okay? Times pi sub 3. And this is equals daw to pi 1. So, kung ano man yung maging value, kasi nga, di ba, ang goal natin, mahanap po ang values ng pi sub 1, pi sub 2, and pi sub 3. So, kung ano man yung makuha natin dyan mamaya, we are just setting the equations, guys. Gagamitin natin itong mga equations na para ma-solve yung values ng pi sub 1, pi sub 2, and pi sub 3. So, we have now the linear format for our equation number 2. For our equation number 3, ganun lang din. No, we should find the sum product of pi sub j. Again, j, ito yung grouping natin per column. And of course, the p sub i and 2. No, ano yung p sub i 2? P sub i, ito. And of course, yung 2 daw, second column, ito po. Meaning, ito, multiply dito, plus, ito, multiply dito, plus ito, multiply dito. So, 0.3, 0.67, and 0.30. 0.3, pi sub 1, 0.67, pi sub 2, and 0.30, pi sub 3. And this is equivalent daw to pi sub 2. Okay? I hope you get it. Next, and the last equation natin, we have the sum product of pi sub j and p sub i 3. I and 3, third column. So, 0.1 times pi sub 1. So, 0.1 times pi sub 1 plus, we have 0.23 times pi sub 2. 0.23 times pi sub 2 plus 0.6 times pi sub 3. 0.6 plus, times pi sub 3. And sorry, delete lang natin, no? Para malinis. 0.6 pi sub 3 equals, equivalent ito to our pi sub 3. Okay, so those are our linear format. Now, next thing to do is to set up the transposed equations. When we say transposed equations, we need to equate all of our equations into 0. Kasi kung titingnan nyo po, no, naka-equate tayo sa mga pi values and ayaw nga natin yun. Kasi nga, ang gagawin nga natin, makuha na yung mga values nila. Okay, so, anong gagawin natin? For the equation 1, okay na muna yan for now. dahil ayan is yung nasa pinakataas, yung equilibrium. Ang gagawin po natin, kukunin lang natin, isa-set up natin transposed equations for our second hanggang sa fourth na equation. So, since we have here pi sub 1, hindi mo naman siya pwedeng ilipat sa pi sub 2 and pi sub 3 dahil magkaiba silang variable. Diba? Basic concept yan ng mathematics. So, meaning to say, ililipat lang po natin sila dito lang sa pi sub 1 lang din. Therefore, our equation number 2 will be 0.6 pi sub 1. Let's write it here. 0.6 pi sub 1 minus pi sub 1. Dahil nilipat na po natin. Okay? Then, let's copy yung natira. 0.1, 0.1. Plus 0.1 pi sub 2 plus 0.1 pi sub 3 equals 0. Wala na dito dahil nga nilipat na po natin. So, that will be our equation number 2. For our third equation, itong pi sub 2, lipat po dito. So, copy ito. 0.3 pi sub 1 plus, lagay natin to, 0.67 pi sub 2, 0.67 pi sub 2 minus pi sub 2. Nailipat na, no? Plus, yung natira natin, we have 0.30 pi sub 3. So, we have here 0.30 pi sub 3 equivalent to 0. That will be our third equation. Okay, for the fourth equation natin, lipat po natin ito dito. So, kopya ito, 0.1 and 0.23. So, 0.1 pi sub 1 plus 0.23 pi sub 2 plus our third part, 0.6. 0.6 pi sub 3 minus pi sub 3. Okay, equals 0. So, this will be our transpose equation. Now, since ayan ang ating transpose equation, for our transportation table, no, ilalagay na po natin yung linear format ng mga ito. No, pero for our first equation, kopyahin na lang natin ito. Dahil ito is naka-equate naman na 2, 1, which is yung standard natin na kapag inad talaga naman yung mga state probabilities na yan in every company, and total is 1 or 100. So, lagay natin dito sila, no? Pi sub 1 plus pi sub 2 plus pi sub 3 equals 1. So, ngayon, ito naman, 0.6 minus, di ba sabi natin sa mathematics, there is always, kapag may variable dyan, there is always 1 dito. Imaginary. No, imaginary lang yan. So, meaning, 0.6 minus 1. So, that will be negative 0.4. Si negative 0.4 what? No, negative 0.4 pi sub 1. So, that will be no, negative 0.4 pi sub 1. So, copy yung next 0.1 and 0.1. So, plus 0.1 pi sub 2 plus 0.1 pi sub 3 equivalent to 0. So, same goes with our third equation, 0.3 pi sub 1, copy lang natin, 0.3 pi sub 1 plus, ito tayo, 0.67 minus 1, no, that is 0.33, negative. No, and since negative ito, so tanggalin na natin yung plus sign dyan, it must be minus sign. Okay? So, let's pick white. So, minus 0.33 pi sub 2 plus, di naiwan, 0.30. So, 0.30 pi sub 3, this is equivalent to 0. Okay, for the fourth and last equation, we have 0.1 and 0.23. So, copy 0.1 pi sub 1 plus 0.23 pi sub 2. And let's check 0.6 minus 1, imaginary. 0.6 minus 1, that is negative 0.4. Therefore, this will be minus 0.4 pi sub 3 equals to 0. So, this is our linear format. Now, what we will going to do next? Matrix na po tayo. No, set up matrix number 1. Since there are only 3 unknown variables, this problem can be solved using only 3 equations. Pick the first 3 equations to solve the problem and copy the coefficients to the matrix with the following format. A sub I1 multiplied to pi 1 plus A sub I2 multiplied to pi 2 plus A sub I3 multiplied to pi 3 is equals to A sub I4. So, A stands here for coefficients. And yung pi, same tayo na state probabilities yan. Now, bakit dito, sabi dito, no? We must only pick the first 3 equations. Actually, we can also pick the last 3 equations. But for our convenience, since our first equation is naka-equate na into 1, ito, yung pinaka-basic na equation natin, isasama natin siya. So, ang kukunin natin is this first 3 equations. Though, masasolve pa rin naman even itong 4. No, dahil yung mga values ng pi na yan, pi sub 1, pi sub 2, and pi sub 3 are all just the same. No, mamaya, i-check po natin. So, let's have it here for our values, no? Since ang equation number 1 natin, puro pi lang, A equals to 1, our matrix format niyan will be 1, 1, 1, equals 1. No, walang kahirap-hirap, ganun lang po siya. Next, for the second equation, that will be negative 0.4, 0.1, 0.1, and 0. So, negative 0.4, 0.1, 0.1, and 0. Okay? So, for the third equation, 0.3, negative 0.33, and 0.3. So, let's write it here. 0.3, negative 0.33, 0.3, and 0. So, this is our matrix 1. Nanggaling po siya doon sa ating transportation table, which is the linear format natin. Now, what we will going to do now, no, ang goal po natin, di ba sabi natin, identity matrix. So, our goal, dapat maging 1 ito, and since 1 na yan, okay na yan, ito din dapat maging 1. Kasi di ba sabi natin, ang matrix, pa-diagonal na 1, tapos lahat ay maging 0. So, ayun, ito, okay na. Ito, 0.1, dapat maging 1 yan. 0.3 dapat maging 1 yan, and the rest dapat maging 0. That is our goal. So, meaning to say, we will going to create and create and create another matrix hanggat hindi na nagiging identity matrix ang itsura ng ating table. Okay? That will be the guide natin, the guidelines. Okay? So, set up matrix number 2. So, for matrix number 2, we have here the equation, no, for the formula rather, nu A, which is the coefficients, yung number, yung mismong numero, yung A na yan, nu A sub 1j is equals to old A sub 1j divided by old A sub 1, 1. So, ano yung sinasabi nito? Old A sub 1j, nasaan po yun? Old A sub 1, 1 ito, take note guys, these are all j. So, 1j, ito po. So, that is 1. Lagay natin dito. That is 1 divided by the old a sub 1, 1. 1 and 1, ito pa rin yun. No, ito pa rin siya. So, gagawin natin 1 divided by 1. This is equivalent to 1. Okay? Nu a sub 1j. We have here the blank matrix number 2. Saan natin siya ilalagay? Bago daw, sa bago. When we say new, ito na yon yung ginagawa natin na matrix table. So, new A sub 1J. So, ito, these are all J. No, ito. Lagay natin dito, 1. Okay? Malinaw. So, next. Doon naman tayo. Yung ginawan pa lang natin is yung unang J, no? Unang group na pa lang. Yung unang state probability pa lang. Next naman natin, old A sub 1J. Nasaan po yun? 1J. Ito, old. So, 1 pa rin. Kasi 1 ang value eh. Divided by the old A sub 1, 1. Nasaan yun? Old A sub 1, 1. Ito. No, so, ito, divide ito. So, 1 divided by 1 equals 1. Therefore, 1 ang value nito. Okay? Next. Old A sub 1J pa rin. Nasaan po yun? Ito. 1J. Third J na tayo. Third J. So, 1. Okay? Divided by the old A sub 1, 1. 1, 1. Ito po. No, so, ito divided by dito. Kung titingnan ninyo, no, lahat naka-reference doon sa ating first part of the diagonal line ng ating gagawin na identity matrix. So 1 over 1 is of course equivalent to 1. So let's write it here, 1 equal sign. Then for the constant natin, ayun pa rin yan. Old A sub 1j, ito na po tayo, 1, divided by the old A sub 1, 1. Old A sub, ito pa rin. No? So ito, divided by dito. 1 divided by 1 equals 1. So let's write it here, constant 1. Okay? So, ganyan lang. Next, for our second part, new A sub 2j. So, take note ito is sub 1j, ito sub 2j. So, new A sub 2j is equivalent to the old A sub 2j minus new A sub 1j multiplied to old A sub 2, 1. Sige, let's start. Old A sub 2j. Nasaan po yun? Yung luma, matrix 1. Ang ginagawa natin is matrix 2. So, pag sinabing old, ayun yung matrix 1, yung nakaraan. Kapag new, ayun yung ngayon, matrix 2 na. So, old A sub 2j. Nasaan po yun? Old A sub 2. J, first J muna. Ito muna tayo. Negative 0.4. So, let's write it here. Negative 0.4 minus new A sub 1j. Yung bago, matrix 2. New A sub 1j. Ito po. 1. Okay? So, let's write it here. 1 multiplied to old A sub 2, 1. Matrix 1. 2, 1. Ito pa rin. No, negative 0.4. So, let's write it here. Negative 0.4. So, parang anong lumalabas? Negative 0.4 times 1 is of course negative 0.4 pa rin. And negative 0.4 minus negative 0.4 basically, no, that will be 0. Therefore, ang ating unang part for this matrix 2 sa row ng equation 2 will be 0. Okay? So, next tayo. Old A sub 2j. Second J na po tayo. Ito na, old A sub 2j. Second J, 0.1. So, let's write it here. 0.1 minus new A sub 1j. 1j. Second J na ha. O, 1. So, 1 multiplied to old A sub 2, 1. So, 2, 1. Ito pa rin po siya. Negative 0.4. So, negative 0.4. So, negative 0.4 times 1, that is negative 0.4 pa rin. And magiging plus dahil may minus dito. So, 0.1 plus 0.4. So, 0.1 plus 0.4 is of course 0.5. That will be the value for our second column or second J, 0.5. Okay, so third J tayo. Old A sub 2J. Old A sub 2J. Third J. Ito. 0.1. So, 0.1. Minus new A sub 1J. Nasaan yun? New A sub 1J. Pangatlong J. Ito po. No? So, 1 multiplied to new or rather multiplied to old A sub 2, 1. Old A sub 2, 1. Ito. Negative 0.4. So, negative 0.4. This is, guys, no, pareho sila ng kinalabasan. Ibig sabihin, 0.5 din. Ito. So, let's have it here. 0.5. Okay? So, last na natin. Last na J. Old A sub 2J. Old A sub 2J. Ito po. 0. So, we have here 0. Minus new A sub 1J. Matrix 2. Sub 1J. Ito. No? That is 1. So, 1. Multiplied to old A sub 2, 1. A sub 2, 1. Ito pa rin. No? Negative 0.4. So, let's write it here. Negative 0.4. So, negative 0.4 times 1, that is negative 0.4. Since we have here minus sign, so magiging positive. No? So, we have positive 0.4. So, positive 0.4. Okay? Okay. For the last row naman natin, ang formula will be New A sub 3j, or yung third column natin, then first row daw, is equivalent to old A sub 3j minus new A sub 1j multiplied to old A sub 3, 1. Okay, simulan natin. Old A sub 3j. Old. Matrix 1 yun. Old A sub 3j. 3, ito po yung 3, third row. J, first J muna. Ito. No, first J, pag ganun ang tingin, no, pa-column. So, 0.3. So, let's write it here, 0.3 minus new A sub 1j. New, so matrix 2. So, new A sub 1j, A sub 1j. Ito. No, 1j yan. That is 1. So, let's write it here. 1 multiplied to old A sub 3, 1. Matrix 1. Old A. 3, 1. Ito. Siya pa rin. No, 0.3. So, 0.3 equals, parang ito, 0.3 times 1, malamang 0.3 pa rin. 0.3 minus 0.3, therefore, this is 0. That will be our first value dito sa ating third row. 0. Okay? So, next natin. Old A sub 3j. Second J na tayo. 3j. Ito na. Negative 0.33. So, negative 0.33 minus new sub AJ. No, AJ. Second J. No, 1J. Ito, second 1. So, 1 multiplied to old A sub 3, 1. Matrix 1 po tayo. Old A times 3, 1. Ito siya, no? 0.3 pa din. So, let's write it here, 0.3. Okay? Now, 0.3 times 1 is of course 0.3. Negative 0.33 minus 0.3, that will be negative 0.63. Magiging add sila. No? And negative. No? Negative 0.63. And that will be our value for this cell, 0.63. Okay? So, lastly, no, and second to the last pa pala, old A sub 3j. So, balik tayo dito sa matrix 1. 3j, third j na tayo, 0.3. No, let's write it here. 0.3 minus new A sub 1j. Ano po yun? Matrix 2 ulit. Sub 1j. Ito. No? So, that is 1. Let's write it here. 1. Oh, by the way, 1j pala, no? Third j na tayo. Third j. Ito siya. Ito. Ayan. Anyway, 1 pa rin naman ang value. So, ayan. Old A sub 3, 1. So, old A sub 3, 1. 3 and 1. Ito po. 0.3. So, let's write it here. 0.3. So, 0.3 times 1, that is 0.3. 0.3 minus 0.3, that is 0. Therefore, our value for this cell will be 0. So, next natin, pang 4th J na tayo, no? So, old A sub 3J. Old A sub 3J. Ito. 0. So, let's have it here. 0 minus new A sub 1J. New A sub 1J. 4th J. That is 1. So, 1 multiplied to old A sub 3, 1. Matrix 1. Sub 3, 1. 0.3. So, let's have it here. 0.3. So, 0.3 times 1 is 0.3. Now, 0 minus 0.3 is negative 0.3. So, let's have it here. Negative 0.3. So, eto na. Now, we are done with having our matrix number 2. So, since, check natin. 1, okay na. Ito, hindi pa siya 1 eh. No, ito, hindi pa rin 1. Ito, 0 na. Ito, 0 na. Ito, hindi pa. Ito, hindi pa. Hindi pa. And hindi pa. Therefore, we are not that finished. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Matrix 2 pa lang. Therefore, ang next natin is to set up matrix 3. Okay? Now, ang una naman natin dito is yung second row naman tayo. Dahil ang inuna natin kanina is yung first row, no? Second row tayo ngayon in setting up our matrix 3. So, new A sub 2j is equivalent to old A sub 2j divided by old A sub 2, 2. Therefore, ang reference natin dito will be the matrix 2 dahil parehong old yung sinasabi niya. So, old A sub 2j, ito po, first j, ito, 2j, no, that is 0. So, let's have it here, 0 divided by old A sub 2, 2. So, 2 and 2. Ito, 0 divided by 0.5. So, basically, this is 0. So, ayan ang ating value for our matrix 3. No, saan? Saan siya ilalagay? New A sub 2j. So, 2j, first j. Again, these are all j. So, dito ay value niya is 0. Okay, so next, second j tayo. Old A sub 2j. Nasaan po yun? Second j, ito, 0.5. So, sulat natin, 0.5 divided by the old A sub 2, 2. Old A sub 2, 2. Ito pa rin. No, 0.5 pa rin. Therefore, 0.5 divided by 0.5, this will be equals to 1. That is new A sub 2j, second j. So, ayan tayo. May value tayo ngayon dito na 1. Okay? So, next, we have old A sub 2j. So, old A sub 2j. Third j na tayo. 0.5. So, 0.5 divided by the old A sub 22. 22 natin is ito. Kung tingnan nyo, dito naka-reference, no? 0.5. So, tulad sa taas, 0.5 divided by 0.5 is equivalent to 1. And that is the value for this pi sub 3. Now, fourth j tayo. New A sub 2j is equivalent to old A sub 2j. So, old A sub 2j, ito po. No, fourth j tayo, 0.4. So, 0.4 divided by the old A sub 22. 22, ito, 0.5. So, 0.4 divided by 0.5, that is 0.4 divided by 0.5, and 0.8. No, 0.8 siya ang value niya. So, let's write it here, 0.8. So, equals 0.8. Okay, now, ngayon okay na tayo with the second na row. Doon ulit tayo sa ating row number 1. So, new A sub 1j is equivalent daw to old A sub 1j minus new A sub 2j multiplied to old A sub 1, 2. So, new A sub 1j, unahin natin, old A sub 1j, or old, matrix 2, old A sub 1j. No, first j tayo, that is 1. So, let's have it here, 1 minus new A sub 2j. First pa lang tayo, no? Ito po yun. That is 0. So, 0 multiplied to old A sub 1, 2. Old A sub 1, 2. Ito, 1. So, 1. So, 0 times 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Therefore, our value dito sa ating new A sub 1j or new A sub 1, 1, that is 1. Okay? So, ayan na. Next, old A sub 1j, second j na tayo, old A sub 1j, ito, that is 1. So, 1 minus new A sub 2j, second j, that is 1, ito po. So, 1 multiplied to old A sub 1, 2, matrix 2, old A sub 1 and 2, this 1, which is 1. So, 1. 1 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1. 1 times 1 is 1, rather. 1 minus 1 is 0. So, yung aking second is 0. Okay? So, for the third na tayo. Old A sub 1j or old A sub 1, 3. Dahil pangatlo na po tayo. Balik tayo matrix 2. Old A sub 1, 3. Ito. 1 ang nakita natin, no? 1 minus new A sub 2j. Nasaan po yun? Third na tayo. 2j. Third j. Third, which is yung pi sub 3. Value is 1. So, 1 multiplied to old A sub 1, 2. Old A sub 1, 2. Ito, no? 1. So, same siya doon sa taas, which is 0. So, 0 ang value natin dito. Okay, so last na tayo. For our last one, old A sub 1J, or this is old A sub 1, 4. So, old A sub 1, 4, that is 1. So, let's write it here. 1 minus new A sub 2J. So, 2J. Ito, fourth na tayo no? 0.8. So, 0.8 multiplied to old A sub 1, 2. 1, 2. That is 1. Okay? So, 0.8 times 1 is 0.8. 1 minus 0.8, basically this is 0.2. Okay? So, that will be our answer dito sa cell na yan. 0.2. Okay, now, for the third column na tayo. Third column, sabi dito, new A sub 3J is equivalent to old A sub 3 J minus new A sub 2J multiplied to old A sub 3, 2. So, unahin natin, no? Ang ating 3J or 3, 1. Old A sub 3, 1. So, old daw, matrix 2. 3, 1, nasaan? Ito po, 0. So, 0 equals new A sub 2J. 2J, first pa lang tayo, no? 0. Rather, 0 minus, this is minus lang guys, hindi equal, 0. Multiplied to old A sub 3, 2. So, old A sub 3, 2. Negative 0.63. So, negative 0.63. Negative 0.63, guys, multiplied to 0 is equivalent to 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So, our answer for this is 0. Okay? Next. Old A sub 3J. So, balik sa matrix 2. 3J. Ano yung second na J natin? No, that is, our second J is negative 0.63. So, ito siya. Ayun, second na tayo Negative 0.63 minus new A sub 2J, second. New A sub 2J, ito po, 1. So, 1 multiplied to old A sub 3, 2. Old A sub 3, 2. Negative 0.63. So, let's have it here, negative 0.63. Guys, negative 0.63 multiplied to 1 is negative 0.63. Now, negative 0.63 minus negative 0.63. So, para magiging plus, no, parang nangyari, negative 0.63 plus 0.63. So, cancel pareho yon, that will be 0. So, answer natin dito is 0. Okay? So, next, third na tayo, old A sub 3J or old A sub 3, 3. So, balik tayo, 3, 3. Ito. That is 0. So, let's write it here, 0 minus new A sub 2J. So, new A sub 2J. Ito po, or rather, pang ilan na ba tayo? Pangatlo. No, pangatlo na tayo. Ito. Itong 1 na yan. Okay? So, 1 multiplied to old A sub 3, 2. So, old A sub 3, 2. Negative 0.63. So, negative 0.63. Now, negative 0.63 times 1 is negative 0.63. 0 minus negative 0.63 magiging plus. So, basically, this will be 0.63. So, let's write it here, 0.63. And we are about to solve for our last value ng ating last cell. So, check natin. Old A sub 3J, or this is old A sub 3, 4. So, 3 and 4, negative 0.3. So, negative 0.3 minus new A sub 2J. 2J, or our last na value ng J. Itong constant, 0.8. So, 0.8 multiplied to old A sub 3, 2. So, old A sub 3 and 2. Ito, negative 0.63. So, negative 0.63. So, value natin dito, no? So, let's compute negative 0.3 minus 0.8 multiplied to negative 0.63 answer for this is 0.204. So let's write it here, 0.204. So 0.204. Here we are. No, we are done now with our matrix number 3. So let's check if identity na ba yan. So diagonal, dapat 1, no? Okay na? Okay na? 1 na rin? Hindi pa. Okay na? 0? Dapat 1 and 0 lang yan. Hindi. Okay na, no? Okay na? Hindi pa. Itong 1 na yan, dapat dito siya, no? Hindi dapat dito 0 yan. So, ito okay na and okay na. Hanggat meron pa tayong hindi pa okay, meaning hindi pa po siya identity matrix. Therefore, what we should do now is to continue setting up our matrix, which is, in our case, we are about to set up our matrix number 4. Okay, and for our matrix number 4, unahin naman natin this time ang ating third na row. So, new A sub 3j is equivalent to old A sub 3j over old A sub 3. Ano yung old ngayon? Ang magiging old po ngayon is the matrix 3 and magiging new ngayon is the matrix 4. So, our old A sub 3j or old A sub 3,1 ng matrix 3, check po natin. Old A sub 3,1, ito, 0. So, lagay natin 0 divided by old A sub 3,3. Old A sub 3,3, 0.63. So, 0.63. 0 divided by 0.63, basically, this is 0. So, next, old A sub 3j, second j. Ito po, 0. 0 pa rin. So, 0 divided by old A sub 3,3. 3,3 is 0.63 pa din. So, 0.63. Halos na ulit, no? And of course, this is still 0. Okay? So, next, old A sub 3j or our third j na tayo, no? So, 3, 3. So, 3 and 3. That is 0.6. So, lagay natin dito, 0.63 divided by old A sub 33 or 33. Ito pa rin, no? 0.63 pa din siya. So, let's write it here, 0.63. So, 0.63 divided by 0.63, this is equivalent to 1. Okay, so next, old A sub 3j or our fourth j na, 3j, ito, fourth j, 0.204, so 0.204, divided by old A sub 33, ito po yun, 0.63. So, 0.204 divided by 0.33, that is equivalent to 0.63 rather, 0.3238 or 0.33. Pwede na, no, lagay natin 3238 na lang, 4 decimal tayo. So, let's have it here, 0.3238, 0.3238. Lagay natin dito. Oops, hindi pa natin siya sinusulat, no? Ayan, 0, 0, tapos 1, and 0.3238. So, 0, 0, 1, 0.3238. Or, minsan, no, kapag kayo ay nagdidiretso, yung iba nagdi-33 ito. So, almost the same din naman yan. Okay, so next natin is the new A sub 1j equals to old A sub 1j minus new A sub 3j multiplied to old A sub 1,3. Or this is the first row na dito po sa equation 1. Okay, so old A sub 1j. So, let's go sa ating matrix 3. 1j or our first j, ito muna. That is 1. So, 1 minus new A sub 3j, first j. Ito po, 3j. Again, these are all j. Yung mga pi 1, pi sub 2, pi sub 3, and the constant. So, 0 multiplied to old A sub 1,3. 1, 3. Ito. No, that is 0. So, ayan. 0 times 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is basically, this is 1. So, let's write it here. We have 1 dito. Bakit dito ko siya nilagay? Dahil sabi niya, new A sub 1j. Unang j pa lang naman tayo. So, dito siya. 1. Okay, so next. Old A sub 1j. Second j na po tayo. Old A sub 1j. This is 0. So, 0 minus nu a sub 3j. So, nasaan ang 3j? 3j. Second j na tayo, no? So, 0 siya. Multiply to old a sub 1, 3. 1 and 3. Ito siya. That is 0. So, ayan. 0 minus 0 times 0 is basically 0. So, this is 0. Okay, so next. Old a sub 1j, third j na po tayo. 1 and 3. Third j na tayo, and that is 0. So, 0 minus new a sub 3j. 3 and j. Ito, third na. 1. Multiplied to old a sub 1, 3. 1 and 3. That is 0. So, 0. 1 times 0, so magiging 0 yan. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay? So, 0 pa rin po ito. Sign is equals. Next, last na tayo. New, old a sub 1j or 1, 4 na. 1, 4, 0.2. So, let's have it here. 0.2 minus new a sub 3j. So, 3j. Fourth na. 0.3238. 0.3238 multiplied to old a sub 1, 3. So, 1, 3, that is 0. 0. So, ito, 0 times 0.3238, wala na yan, that is 0. 0.2 minus 0 is basically 0.2. So, our value here is 0.2. Okay? So, meron na tayo sa ating first equation. Last naman natin is our second equation. Okay? So, new a sub 2j is equivalent to old a sub 2j minus new a sub 3j multiplied to old a sub 22. Okay? So, old a sub 2j, matrix 3. Old a sub 2j. Ito, 0. Minus new a sub 3j. 3j, first pa lang po tayo, first. Ito, that is 0. Multiplied to old a sub 22. 22, that is 1. Okay, so 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Therefore, our value here is 0. Okay, so next, second na tayo. Old a sub 2j or old a sub 22. Tingnan natin ang value. Old a sub 22, ito po siya. 1. So, 1 minus new a sub 3j. So, matrix 4. 3j. Second na tayong j, no? Ito, 0 siya. So, let's have it here, 0. Multiplied to old a sub 22. 2 and 2. Ito po siya, 1. Okay, so 0 times 1, 0 yan. 1 minus 0 is 1. So, we have here for our second na j or our second column, 1. Okay, next, for our third one, old a sub 2j or old a sub 23. 2 and 3, ito po, 1. So, we have here 1 minus new a sub 3j or our third. No? Ito po, that is 1 then. 1 multiplied to old a sub 22. 2, 2, old a, matrix 3. 2, 2, that is 1. So, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So, 0 ang value natin dito for our matrix 4 pi sub 3 na column. So, equal sign. For the constant po, last na natin, old a sub 2j or old a sub 2, 4. Nasaan yun? 2, 4. Ito, 0.8. So, 0.8 minus new a sub 3j, matrix 4. 3j, fourth na. Ito, 0.3238. So, 0.3238 multiplied to old a sub 22. Nasaan po yun? 22. Ito, 1. Okay, so 1. Okay, now, ano ng value? 0.3238 times 1 is 0.3238. So, ima-minus na lang natin sila. Now, 0.8 minus 0.3238, value niya is 0.4762. Okay, so 0.4762. So, let's have it here, 0.4762. Okay, now, let's have now our next part of the solution. Ito na yung ating matrix 4. Anong gagawin natin next? Check na natin. Naka-identity matrix na ba yan? No, check natin. Diba sabi natin, identity matrix, dapat siya, yung major diagonal niya, meron siyang 1. No? 1, 1, 1. And the rest, 0. So, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. Meaning to say, we are done now with our solution. Naka-identity matrix na siya. Therefore, no, i-set up na natin our solution table. From matrix 4 natin, the final solution is now determined. Wherein, our pi sub 1 is 0.20 or 20%. No, ito siya. No, 20%. Meaning to say, our market share for the globe in the long run is equivalent to 20%. Pi sub 2 is 0.4762 or 47.62%. That will be the market share for Smart in the long run. And for the pi sub 3, that is 0.3238 or equivalent to 32.38%, which is the market share of Sun in the long run. So, ilagay natin dito, no, para meron tayong table. Ito yung ating final na table or what we call the solution table. Okay, again, those are 0.2, 4762, 0.2, 0.4762, and 0.3238. Equivalent na to if we will going to add this, no, i-total natin sila, 0.2 plus 0.4762 plus 0.3238, equivalent nila is 1 or 100%. So, let's have it here, 1. Okay? Now, as you can see, guys, the final answer is the same with the solution in our first model, which is the equilibrium conditions model. If meron man discrepancy, siguro sa decimal na lang, konting-konti, napaka-minimal lang. And if ever nagagamit tayo ng software, more likely na mag-exact sila. Okay? So, that is how we solve the equilibrium condition using the identity matrix. Okay? Guys, I hope you enjoy this topic. I hope you enjoy this presentation of our second model of the Markov theory, which is the Gauss-Jordan method. Again, when we say Gauss-Jordan method, we are still solving for the equilibrium condition using the identity matrix. Okay? So, see you on our next presentation. I hope you learned something from this presentation. God bless, keep safe always, and goodbye, everyone.